Hello dear learners, welcome back to class. Our today's topic is on corruption. Let us discuss something on corruption. What's the meaning of corruption? Yes, dear learners, tell me what's the meaning of corruption. Corruption, we normally hear it from the news. People, so and so is corrupt. Such and such a country is a corrupt country. Or so and so is practicing corruption. What is the meaning of the word corruption? Now, today I want to tell you the meaning of the word corruption. Maybe we are using it or you have been getting it from different media, but you don't know the meaning of it. Or you know what corruption is, but you cannot elaborate or define the word corruption. So, corruption is the act of being dishonest. So, I can say corruption means dishonesty. When you are dishonest, you are corrupt. Another way I can define corruption or I can elaborate the word corruption is illegal behaviors. Illegal behaviors. Illegal behaviors. So, dishonesty and illegal behaviors. I think they are the easiest way of defining the word corruption. So, let us see forms of corruption. When I talk of forms of corruption, I mean ways in which we can find ourselves practicing corruption. Some of the things, if we do them, we end up being corrupt. So, my dear learners, if you can just think of any act that if you do it, you know that you are doing something illegal or you are becoming dishonest to yourself. What can you think of? Okay, I can think of cheating in exams. Cheating in exams. Cheating in exams is corruption. So, a student who cheats in exam is corrupt. You are cheating in order to score high marks. The fellow is not cheating and he's scoring low marks. So, you scored high marks because of cheating. He or she scored low marks because she did not cheat. She did what she was capable of understanding. So meaning you, the person who was cheating, you are corrupting your mind or you are corrupting yourself. You are not giving something legal. The high marks you have received is not legal, but it is illegal because you have cheated. It is not legally from you whatever you have in your brain. The other party that scored less and he did not cheat, this person is honest with him or herself. He scored 5 out of 10, meaning that is his or her honest marks. He received them honestly. You cheated, you scored 9 out of 10 or even 10 out of 10. The 10 out of 10 that you have scored, you are not honest with yourself. You personally have corrupted your brain by cheating. Hence, you will come out very happy. You have received high marks, yet you have corrupted your brain. You have cheated. So, the very first form of corruption that I can make you understand the meaning of the word corruption is by cheating in exams. Another way of corruption is deceiving parents. Deceiving parents. What do I mean by deceiving parents? Is lying to our parents. Or I can use a good example. Your parents have given you 100 shillings to go buy bread in the shop, and then You bought a bread at 50 bob or 50 shillings. Then you did not return or you did not give back the balance that remained to your parents, claiming that the bread was sold to you at 100 shillings. So you decided to pocket the other 50 shillings, meaning you are deceiving your parents, and that is corruption. You are corrupt. You are dishonest to your parents. Is that one okay, my dear learners? I want you to understand things that if we do, you know that this one is totally illegal and this one makes me to be dishonest to myself. Hence, I'm practicing corruption. Another one that now is happening in most of our offices, in the biggest portion of our country is bribing. Bribing. From the word bribery. From the word bribery. So, bribing, this one involves the act of giving out amount of money in order to be favored or in order to be covered. If you have done a mistake, I will not punish you or I will cover up for you, but you have to give me something in return. That is bribery and that is corruption. It is not allowed in Islam. The fourth and the last form of corruption that I want to discuss with you is inflating prices. The word inflating prices, meaning you put too much price or you hike the price of a commodity for the society. Like right now, people used to buy a packet of maize at either 80 shillings or 100 bob. But this price was just from one night hiked to 200 or 250. The hiking of the price or the inflating of the price was too high. That one is corruption. You are corrupting the society by taking a lot of money from them in the commodity that can be bought at a very less price. So these ones are some of the forms of corruptions that mostly are being practiced in our country or back there at home with the shop sellers, with the supermarkets, or in the offices where we go look for jobs. They want us to bribe them first before they give us the job opportunity. Now, my dear learners, let us see on the effects of corruption. When we are cheating in our exams, you will think that you are bright, but you are not. You end up getting high marks, but that is not from your own brain. So what effects do we get by being corrupt? Corruption, first of all, causes suffering and misery. Causes suffering and misery. Suffering, that means the person, okay, let me talk of bribing. I'm looking for a job just because I want to earn a living, I want to get money. But you can't employ me until I bribe you. I'm suffering already because I want job to get money. You want me to give you money for you to give me the job. Are you not causing my suffering to be more? Of course, you are increasing my suffering. So if it causes suffering and misery to people, you make them struggle more in order to get that amount of money you want for you to give them type of job. So that is one of the effects of corruption. It causes poverty. How does corruption causes poverty? A good example, let me say, on the inflation of prices. Inflation of prices, the goods, you have hiked the price. Not each and everybody can afford the amount, let me say the price of maize flour around after it was inflated or after it was hiked. So that one means some people who are earning low will be going without food. just because they cannot afford to buy the food, or they cannot afford to buy the maize flour that has been increased in price. And it's not only the maize flour, but we find that a lot of foodstuffs, their prices have increased. So those people earning low income, they end up either starving, and that one increase the rate of poverty. Another effect of corruption, it hinders development in the society. So we can say hinders development in the society. How? How does it hinder development of the society? In the society, we have got different people with different abilities, but you find that these people, they cannot develop, or they cannot acquire big jobs just because they cannot give out bribe. So the society end up suffering. Those people who can give out jobs, they end up giving out jobs according to the tribalism, or those people who have bribed them. Hence, the people with money will get job. Those people without money will be loitering around in the society. So there will be no development in the society. When the people of the society don't have job, they cannot develop. Just because they cannot bribe in order to get job, or in order to get the good jobs to do. Another fourth effect of corruption that I can discuss, it leads to election of bad leaders. Corruption leads to election of bad leaders. Why and how does corruption lead to election of bad leaders? Our leaders on the ground, they will go around bribing the common wananchi, bribing the society, the poor people, just for them to be elected. Hence, you will go and vote for someone just because he or she gave you some amount of money. Hence, you have to vote for him or her. At long run, you will find that the person you voted for is not qualified for that, or he or she is not helpful to the society. So we end up electing bad leaders just because they gave us some tokens, or they gave us some amount of money in order for us to vote for them. They have dirtified our mind with the money they gave us. We vote them in, they end up not helping us. So they become bad leaders. Another effect of corruption is causes injustice in the community. Causes injustice in the community. How? We have got degree holders, or the PhD holders in the society. They are jobless. They're just walking around with their certificates, or the certificates are just rotting in the cupboard back at top. These people are jobless. They don't do any other kind of jobs, or they don't have any job facility to keep themselves busy. But you find that the leaders who can give us job, they want to be bribed in order to give us job. So the people of the society, they suffer injustice. The ones with the papers, or the ones with the certificates that are supposed to be taken in the high rank, are not employed. But those people who have not even gone to school, but just because of giving out tokens or giving out amount of money, they end up getting job. And that is what is affecting our Kenya today. The learned ones are jobless, but those people who are just commonly known around meandering about, they end up getting the job opportunities just because they give out bribe. So that one is injustice to the learned ones. The last one that I can add, another effect of corruption, is causes hatred in the community. It causes hatred in the community. How does corruption causes hatred in the community? Just let me say a good example is in class. You have cheated in your exams, you have passed, you have become number one. That person who did not cheat has become number last, has failed. Do you think you people will love one another? Of course, no, you will not love one another because the other party will see that you only passed because you copied. He will hate you for that, or she will hate you for that. If you could not have copied, he could have passed. So he or she will hate you for passing because of cheating, and cheating is corruption. So corruption causes hatred in the society. So my dear learners, these are some of the effects of corruption in our society. Let us try as much as possible to avoid corruption, because corruption leads to hatred in the society. It's not allowed in Islam. So let us practice what the teaching of Islam requires us to do. Now, my dear learners, what I want you to do for me is to answer for me the following questions. I want you back there at home. Apart from the 4 examples I've given out as the forms of corruption, I want you to go do a lot of research. Get me other 4 forms of corruption. 4 forms of corruption. After getting 4 forms of corruption, get for me also 3 effects of corruption, apart from the ones that I have just discussed with you. Now go and write for me other 3 forms of corruptions. Google, research, get me the answers, note them down in your exercise book. In the next lesson, we shall be discussing on ways of curbing corruption. So I want you to just also go check on it, so that during our next lesson, we can just be elaborating one by one. Bye-bye.